Hey guys, it's ToProForuGames or Adam, and welcome back to another one of my top 5 videos. And in today's top 5, I'm going to be going over the top 5 best things about Call of Duty Zombies. And what I mean by that is what things in what makes zombies different from everything else. What parts of zombies do I like so much that I think make zombies so good compared to all the other zombie games out there, or all the other games that try to do something similar to zombies, and I'm going to be going over that in this video. So starting our list off at number 5 is the waves. I love the waves in zombies. There's one thing I always look for when I'm playing like an Extinction or a Exo Survival or whatever it is. Whenever a Call of Duty comes out that isn't Treyarch, they always try to do something similar to zombies. And one thing I'm always looking at is how are the waves designed, and nothing stands up to zombies. The best thing about zombies is you get a certain amount of zombies every single round. It progressively gets harder, so the higher you go, the more zombies that come. That makes a lot of sense, right? And once you kill that final zombie, the wave ends and then the next wave starts again. And I absolutely love that. You have other games like Exo Survival for a great example. You have every round you have the same amount of enemies. You might get a couple more, but nothing really drastically different from like round 1 to like round 20. There's really not much of a difference. And when you kill the final enemy, you have like this countdown counting you down to the next wave and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, it doesn't really feel that it doesn't feel like a wave-based mode. It really doesn't feel like you gotta get ready for that next wave, or it's starting already. Holy crap, here we go. It just doesn't have the same feel as zombies. So in zombies, you kill that next zombie, you're like, okay, here we go, because it goes so quickly from end of the wave to starting up that new wave. It's just a perfect transition, and I think the waves in zombies are the best. So coming in at number 4 on my list, I have the points, or the point system in Call of Duty Zombies. Imagine what zombies would be like if they didn't have the point system in there. How would you be buying perks? How would you be doing this? How would you open doors? Things like that. And the point system works absolutely. It's perfect because in the early rounds you don't have too many zombies coming at you, and this ties in with the wave system as well. You don't have too many zombies coming at you, so getting points, you get points, but you can't get a lot of points right away for you to go out and buy everything. You'll slowly get enough points so you can start opening doors, you can start buying weapons, you can start buying perks, and then in the higher rounds, when you have everything, that's when you start accumulating tons and tons of points, of course, because you have everything opened up, you have all the things you want, all the perks, all the guns, everything like that, and the point system works beautifully in Call of Duty Zombies. Now, of course, there are other games that I think the point system is good as well, like Exo Survival. The currency system or the point system, it's fine as well, but I think the one in Zombies is superb. So coming in the number 3 spot on my list, I have the Pack-a-Punch machine, or the upgrading system in Call of Duty Zombies. And this is a big one because I remember when Durrease, I always say that. When Durrease first came out in World War Map Pack 3, it changed zombies forever. That's what started zombies, and a huge reason why Durrease was so... Did I say Durrease again? I did say Durrease again. Durrease! The reason why Durrease was so successful in World of War was because of the Pack-a-Punch machine, and it was something completely different from just going to the box and getting a gun, and that's it, from going to the box and upgrading this gun. And when the Pack-a-Punch machine first came out, it was crazy because everyone's like pack-a-punching all these weapons, seeing what weapon does crazy damage you pack-a-punch it. Because when you pack-a-punch a weapon, it can go from like the worst gun to the best gun. You don't know what you're going to get with that Pack-a-Punch, and that's what makes the Pack-a-Punch machine amazing, right? a lot of guns you have in their upgrade system in different games, you have, you have a pretty shitty gun, you upgraded it, it's really not bad shitty anymore, but it's still pretty shitty. But with this, you can have a really shitty gun, you can pack-a-punch it, and it becomes the most amazing gun in the game. Like Mustang and Sally's, for example. You have the Mustang and Sally, or not the Mustang and Sally, sorry, the regular pistol that really, it's shit after a couple of rounds, or it's really bad, and then you pack-a-punch it, and it becomes the most amazing weapons in Call of Duty Zombies. So the upgrade system, or the pack-a-punch machine, is a huge part why Zombies is so successful. So coming in at the number 2 spot, I have the perks, or the perk colas, and the perks in Zombies are, they're just on point. They're perfect. In Notcher and Toten, when Zombies first came out and you had Notcher and Toten, it was, the idea of Zombies was really interesting, but it was definitely missing something. And when they added perks in Verrückt, things really started to take off from there. Having Juggernaut, Double Tap, Quick Revive, and Speed Cola was all nice, but when they started adding in more than 4 perks, that's when things got really fun, because you don't know what perks you want. Do you want to sacrifice this perk and get that perk instead? And it made things interesting. And when you have so many perks in the game, it makes things, it adds more replay value to the game, because you can always change out what kind of perks you have. You don't always have to play with like Juggernaut, Speed Cola, Quick Revive, PhD Flopper, whatever perks you want to use, Stamina. You don't have to always use that same setup. You can always change things up, and it's nice having playing on a map like Moon or Origins or Shangri-La, where you have tons of perks to choose from, and you can constantly change things up. But the perks in Call of Duty Zombies, like imagine if we're playing Origins and there weren't any perks. If it stayed the same like Notcher and Toten, that'd be really tough, and that'd be really weird. But the perks in COD Zombies are amazing. So coming in at the number 1 spot on my list, I absolutely had to put this in the number 1 spot. When I first thought about doing this top 5, I was like, man, I gotta put this in the number 1 spot. And what it is the story, or the Easter eggs in Zombies. And you could have a zombie mode or a third mode and just have, just really not much in that mode except for, endless enemies coming at you. And that's always fun and stuff. There's a lot of great things in Zombies, but when you add a story into Zombies, it completely changes things. It adds so much replay value, and being able to follow the story and think about the story and trying to figure out all these little Easter eggs, all these little clues around the map that will give us an idea what the next map could be, or how this map connected to that map. It adds so much more, and it may not if you're not into doing the Easter eggs, you may not really care, because Zombies itself is really fun. But if there wasn't any Easter eggs, I don't think Zombies would be as popular as it is, because the people love the story of Zombies. There are people who are like dedicated to finding these Easter eggs. They have like Easter egg teams where they're going in and trying to find all these little Easter eggs. And it's fun doing all these steps, trying to find these things around the map, trying to connect the clues. And the Easter egg in Zombies is hands down the best part of Zombies. And I think if the Easter eggs weren't in Zombies, it just wouldn't be as good as it is now. So anyways, guys, that is all for now. Make sure to leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And in the comment section below, let me know what your top 5 best things about Zombies are. I'd love to hear your guys' responses, because a lot of people like different things about Zombies, and I'd like to hear what you guys like. So that's all for now, guys. Peace out.